Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Obscure Toy Files. I'm your host Boggs, and this is Boggs' Hand, and this is Kenner's 1993's Aliens Space Marine O'Malley. Like I showed you guys over on my Instagram, I have now acquired the second, or first, I don't know what the order is of them, of the unproduced Wave 3 1993 Space Marines. Like I mentioned before in the Vasquez review, apparently what was going on was retailer support was dwindling for the Space Marine aspect of Aliens. The Aliens were still popular, but the Marines weren't selling as well as the Aliens were, which I guess makes sense because those are more the start of the line than these guys. So they didn't get a lot of orders, resulting in since Kenner had already made the molds and spent the money, they released a lot of these in Europe, which is why there's a multilingual card. Some got released in American packaging, which we'll do a little boop boop. So right here is the American packaging version of O'Malley. Virtually the same. The only thing different is the bubble on the U.S. packaging version is more square, like the original boxes were for the Space Marines, whereas the European one, we can make that go away, whereas the European one was more like it's form-fitting bubble. Like it goes towards the character, just goes around them, which actually makes it a little better because you can put more of them. Like we have Vasquez here, just to show you, you can put more of them in a case that way. They take up less space, so it wasn't a bad thing to shrink them down. So today, yeah. So like I mentioned before, I was able to go back over to Milo Toys. I traded in something, and with an additional $20 in cash, I was able to purchase this. So he only cost me $20. The thing I've had for a while, didn't cost me anything. So it was literally just like a $50 off trade-in, which was fine because I didn't want to spend a fortune on him. But I always thought his colors were cool. Like I liked the colorway on him, like the gunmetal kind of bluish and the yellow for the grabber. And the fact that he's like I don't know who he is. I don't know if O'Malley was in the movie. If O'Malley was in the movie, I will put up something like over here that shows who he was in the film. If nothing appears there, that means he wasn't in the movie. So we're going to cut him open today and see what he's like. He is, so again, Space Marine O'Malley with extending capture claw. And here's the other thing. The American versions with the square card backs don't come with the bio data cards. Now, Vasquez comes with I think she was number 18. So he comes with number 19. So he must have been next in the order, which isn't a bad thing. I was just glad that, how to put this, they didn't have bios on the backs of the original ones. So the fact that even it's like a sentence, it's just enough, gives you a little information about the character, which is neat because, well, the original ones they didn't need bios because they all came with comic books. I have all those comics. So it's cool to get something that here. We're going to do a little freeform style. Fly over here. Whoa. Here's the card back, same as Vasquez. There's no descriptions under the words of the names of the aliens, so it just kind of says what they are. Doesn't really talk about them. Here's the other ones. There's Hudson. Now, Milo Toys had Hudson for a number of weeks, but somebody was able to go and purchase him. He was in the American card back with the square blister, so I was actually very interested in picking him up. But I didn't have there was no price tag on him, so I didn't know how much he was, and I was kind of thinking about getting O'Malley first. ATAX, I might get him again because I liked him. He's a totally fabricated character just from the toy line. He has nothing to do with the movie. So these characters were all in the movie. As a kid, I was 12, so I wasn't a teenager yet when this line came out. I was 11 or 12, so I was still a kid. I had Ripley, Hicks, Apone, and Bishop. I didn't get Drake until I found him on clearance at KB Toys. So he was never really a part of my original stories as much because he wasn't one of the figures I had a lot of. Like I didn't have early on. But Bishop I really liked because he's a robot or an android. Apone was cool because he had stretchy bombs he could throw. He pulled back his waist. Corporal Hicks had a really cool rocket launcher. Ripley had the flamethrower. And Drake just kind of strafed his gun side to side, which was a cool feature. These ones, the Series 3 guys, they had more real toyetic gimmicks, which is fine. I mean, it makes them more fun. These were more like realistic to the movie with some toy stuff. These are more toyified. And since I've seen these more than the, again, I'll do this for a second. Over here, you can see the Vasquez, Hudson, and O'Malley that came out in the KB Toys exclusive 2-pack line. So they were made available in the United States, but they were more like realistic toned. And I really didn't like those as much. I kind of imprinted on these first. I can make those go away. I kind of imprinted on these colorways more, so those are the ones I'd wanted to get. Even though Vasquez's missiles were turned, gray instead of red in the final version. The hover tread vehicle, which was a cool, I believe it's just a one-man vehicle. Like there's nowhere for anybody else to stand on it. That was a completely toy-related vehicle. Like it can have like the wings fold out from the treads. It can fly. The Stinger XT-37. I might try to grab that because it can hold at least 2 people. The Power Loader was a cool accessory. They did not show the dropship, which is I don't know why. And then we see the back and how to operate this thing. It shows you how to clip it onto there, attach it to his waist, extend it up to grab an alien, and then it can carry on the side. I will also make some space here, and on the bottom I will show you what the actual American version of it looks like, so you can compare the two. I clipped that digitally from some other place. So that's again, because it's multilingual release, I'm not going to do the language a bunch of different times, so they just kind of omit all that information. Because even down here it just says, what it is in like a bunch of different languages. Okay, so we're going to free O'Malley from his back. I have to pause for 1 second so I can get my cutting tool, because I don't have it with me. Gotta zoom out. Too much in? Too in? Nope, a little more. A little more. There we go. So we're going to pause for 1 second. And we're back with our razor blade, and we're now going to free O'Malley from his cardboard prison. Oh no! Also, going to try not to hurt myself. Again, it's interesting, like my 80s toy memories. I'm 44 years old. I was born in the tail end of 1979. So I spent about, I want to say, about a month and a half, give or take, in the 1970s. So I grew up in the 80s. So I don't remember a lot of, I don't remember when I got certain, I have Transformers. I got Mixmaster when I was a kid. I don't remember when I got him. I don't know why I got him, because I didn't have any other Constructicons. It was always interesting, like when I look at the toys I used to own, and I'm like, why did I get this guy? Like, why was I like, Mommy, Daddy, I would like this. Sure thing, little Chris. Or little Boggs, rather. Alright, we're gonna say that's enough before I kill myself. Freedom! He's free. If you wiggle this thing out, yeah, a little bit more. Oh, come on, you're right there. You're right there. It's just hanging. There we go. Whee! Put that over here. Whoa. This is just, it's a goofy accessory, but it's not bad. Let's check out O'Malley's card with his incredibly yellowed tape. I don't know why. It's interesting how Milo had this guy priced at $70, but Vasquez was $15. I don't understand the reasoning for it, but either way, it's not a bad thing. Let's see. Vasquez, Specialty Technician, Home Planet, KR-37, Pulvar System, background. Has led numerous interplanetary missions, familiar with all known weaponry and terrains. Quote, I love my gun more than my life. Okay, that's a nice quote. Again, this is like a not traditional cards. But it's like interesting. Not bad. It's cool to see him like posed. I wonder if O'Malley was that guy who was responsible for the mission and didn't know what he was doing, and Ripley had to yell over him in the movie. It could be that guy. I have no idea. Now, one of the things I was mentioning before, okay. Oh, that's right. Okay, before I go any further, let's go take a look at this. Oh, I got to do my freeform camera again. Oh, the stand always gets stuck. If you look, yeah. Okay, so Corporal Hicks and O'Malley used the exact same body. The only thing that's different is how they painted him. So it's like the things are still there on his leg. They're painted on Hicks, not on him. So it's the same exact body, just a different head, which is fine. You know, they're Marines, Space Marines, not to be confused with Warhammer 40k Space Marines, which are quite different. I don't know if Aliens was before. I think Aliens came up way before Warhammer 40k, so they might have the longer use of it. Let's see. The face sculpt is cool. O'Malley's got like a scar on his face, which is neat. See if we can zoom in a little bit. Yeah, it's cool. He's got some. He's definitely seen some crap. He may have a bit of a scar on that side. That's cool though. I didn't really realize he was scarred until I saw. I brought the figure home and I was checking it out. But before that, I didn't really know. Oh. He does have. It's interesting. He has waist articulation. This was because when it was the Hicks mold, it was so he could easily use the rocket launcher. So it's not a bad thing because it definitely makes him more like, "How's it going, you?" So O'Malley here. So we're gonna put together his grabbery thing. We stand him up. Good. Put this back around. All right. So according to the instructions, which are located right there. Okay. We take this clipper thingy and we peg it into the hole here. Pegs in. Does it come back out? Yes, it does. All right. So it is not one-time assembly. So you can feel free to take that out. It is on a little bit of a ratchet, which isn't bad. Then we take that and we make sure it's in this position, like this, I think. Yes, with those spiky things pointing that way. Then we take O'Malley, put his arm back, and clip this to his waist. Hopefully not break nothing. Everything looks fine. Don't see any stress marks. Okay, it's clipped in. And then now we can use it to grab aliens, I think. So to go like that? Huh? So this is the interesting part, because you got to be like, how the hell does this thing work? Like according to the art, you have to push down on the. So it's being held here, so you're doing this. Oh, okay, I see. It's so funny. It's not. This is a toyetic accessory. Believe me. It's interesting to me because it's almost like I wish I had like a boxing glove on the front of it, so you could be like, woohoo! Take that, you guys! Woohoo! 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 Oh, O'Malley. He's the Joker of the Marines. He's so silly. Oh, then his other actual gun is this cool looking arm mounted gun thingy bobber thingy. Not to get attaches anywhere on there, no. No, it's cool looking. It's not bad. It's definitely not something he used in the movie, he was in the movie, but it has a little clip, and you can just attach it to his wrist like that. So he can be. He's got a machine gun on his arm. Not a bad thing. At least he's got something to defend himself, aside from a grabbing claw. Why? I mean, Kenner was just having fun at this point, I think. It just strikes me as funny that this is the weapon they chose to give him. It's like. And I think some of the absurdity of it is why I like this character so much, because it's just kind of like, come on, kids, let's go kill some acid blood aliens with my punching glove. Woohoo! 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 And like it kind of grips it there. I don't know. I mean, you definitely don't want to get close to aliens. Definitely. I don't have any alien figures out still. I apologize. So this is something from Toyfinity Toys. It's one of their Manglores mixed with some other pieces. Make a cooler monster guy. And we're going to see how O'Malley can go about grasping him with his claw of death. My death claw, if you will. Yes. Not to be confused with death claws from Fallout or anything like that. Okay, so we're in position. Look, there's an alien over there. I don't know, O'Malley might be Irish, I guess. So according to this, oh God, this is gonna be a mess. So you gotta hold it? See, this is the part about this why this doesn't really. I don't think it works as well, because when you push down on this, it goes up. So you kind of have to have this angled like this, so it goes that way, I guess. And it's on a ratchet, so you really can't angle it a certain way. So we're gonna. Well, I didn't even do anything. I didn't even touch him. So it's supposed to. What the hell is this thing supposed to do? Oh, don't you move, Mr. Alien. I'm going to grab you. Too far away. Can I pick him up while he's on the ground? There you go. Ah, take that. Okay, so does it really grab them? Kinda. There you go. Take that, alien scum. No. You killing him, O'Malley? Oh, I'm getting him. I'm getting him. Wrecking the set in the process. Okay, so that's kind of fun. All right, so what a ridiculous thing. The bomb flipping thing that Hudson uses makes sense. Vasquez's triple missile launchers makes sense. A grabbing claw, I don't understand. It's just so bonkers. But it's not a bad. It works. I mean, I give kind of credit. It does do what it's supposed to do, because if you look at the gripper, if we can focus in, you don't really like those spikes on the this thing. If you think about it practically, okay, does it look goofy as all hell? Of course it does. And then when you're done, you keep it like this. I think his arm go above it? No, his arm stays back there. So when O'Malley's just chilling out, doing his everyday thing, keeps his arm back here, ready and prone, ready to attack any aliens that may come into view. So, but if you think about it from so does it look goofy? Of course it does. It's basically one of those boxing glove guns that we've all had as kids, but without the boxing glove on the end. It's just a grabbing claw. But if you think about it practically, you're fighting aliens. They're spitting acid for blood. You don't want to get next to them. So this thing can actually, the front of this thing is pretty dangerous looking. Like, this thing is coming at you at high speeds. Those spikes are going into your face. So this thing could be it's boxing, but it's just not with a fun glove on the end. So can I grab the guys when they're standing up? See if I can get my hand down so I could run over. So that's too far away. So I gotta get a little closer. Just hit him with it, or shoot him. Am I grabbing them again? Grabbing them is not easy. I feel this design could have been improved upon if they had just did it a little better. Well, also, there you go. So as long as you can get them, whatever you're grabbing, as long as you can get in between that part right there, you're good. So it takes a little finesse, but then you can just... Iron Marvel Jesus, you dull creature. It's like Hulk smash. Yeah, so actually, if you want to imagine that this is an incredibly powerful exo arm, and you can F up these aliens all day long, but you're getting into melee with them. It's like, see you in hell. No. We didn't use Jab from Street Sharks today because I thought it would break this thing. It seems like it's pretty solidly built. It's held together. It's held together with metal rivets. I naturally wouldn't. This figure might be a little heavier than an Aliens figure because it's injection molded PVC Glyos stuff. You can even see what the hell I'm doing. Oh, you can. Okay. So I mean, it's definitely not a bad toy to grab with, but into my card back with you. The name's O'Malley. O'Malley. What's that? Wasn't that the name of the cat from Aristocats? It's a Basie. It's O'Malley. O'Malley, the Space Marine. Whoa! How does it look coming at the camera? It's like, whoa. 3D mode. It's like, oh. Yeah, I think that's the way you have to do it. You can't do it the other way, I think. Did I do it right? It is right? Yes? Yes? We're good? Yes, we are good, yes. Because it'd be different the other way. Like if it was upside down, I don't think it would make that much of a difference, but yeah, we go too low. Okay, yeah, so it has to be that way. Okay. Yeah, this is an interesting accessory for sure. It's definitely one of the most bat crazy, insane accessories I've seen on a Kenner Aliens figure. I mean, the other ones were more, again, wave one of the Space Marine. Like you can look at the packaging, and you can tell, it's like we're trying to make this kind of based on the movie, maybe except for Bishop, and then once you got to Series 2, it's just toyetic craziness. Hey, how about we put a guy in an alien suit where it's got a punching spiked glove thing and a pincer claw and there's a missile that shoots out of the forehead and he disguises himself as an alien so he can sneak into alien hideaways. Sure, cool, roll with it. How about we take Vasquez? She was badass in the movie. Let's give her a triple missile launcher that goes on her back. Awesome, do it. Hey, we have Hudson. He was kind of the guy who screamed game over all the time. Let's give him a mechanical arm. We'll just use Ape Hone's body. No one will pay attention. And then we'll give him a crazy grenade flipping thing that launches bombs at people. Sounds good. And O'Malley, where's O'Malley? We'll tell you later. But he's a cool guy. He's got a scar. He's got an arm cannon. And he's got a grabbing boxing glove claw. And that's when they're like, listen, Kenner, it's not, switch over to Predator. Nobody's digging it with these Space Marines. Oh, my goodness. So there we go. So that's the review. I want to bust out a Vasquez quick so you can compare her to him. So you can see how they look as a team. Now, will I probably get Hudson? I'm going to probably say yes, because I'd like to have all three of them. I haven't really looked for Hudson. It was just random happenstance that I saw these at Milo's a couple weeks ago. So I was just I was able to even get any of them. Like, I remember seeing them at KB in those special sets. It wasn't a problem. I just didn't like the colors because they were too realistic. I didn't want them. I first saw them as these. I got the card backs of some of the later released figures. I wanted to get that version of them. I didn't want to get the movie color accurate. Like, if you prefer the movie color accurate versions, by all means, go get those 2-packs from KB online. They literally are more color accurate. Like, she has her red bandana, she has her green shirt. It looks just like her from the film. But if you're more toy addict, like you grew up with the toy line before the movie, go with these ones if you can find them. They're not stupidly in demand. I think somebody has the American release of him carded on eBay right now for $90, which is not ridiculously expensive. But if you're a collector and you have some money to spend and you want to give it a try, go for it. I still think they're cool. I like them a lot. I'm very happy to add them to my collection, which again consists of nothing. I've sold so much of my alien stuff over the years. I think the only thing I have is a snake alien. But I'm thinking I might get the Flying Queen alien again, and I might try to troop build the Mantis aliens, because I think I might do that. I think I might just troop build one of pick an alien subspecies and troop build them, and then get one queen to be their queen. So I'm thinking, you're hearing it live here on the camera, folks. I think what I'll do is I might troop build Mantis aliens, because I like them. And then I'll use the Flying Alien Queen as the queen that bosses them around. And then that'll be my thing. And then I might grab ATAX again. Because I sold all these years ago. So me going back and getting, other things, I don't want to go too nuts. I might get Bishop. I might get Drake. I don't really know. I might not even get any of those. I might just keep it. I might just have this be my Space Marines team and completely forget about the first 5. Just leave them out of it and just focus on these guys. I do want to get. I'll post this right over here. Move this alien out of the way. I do want to get the Pursuit Jet. Yes, this is the VR Troopers Pursuit Jet. It was literally the mini dropship. So mini dropship. Chris, in post-production, see if you can post these two images next to each other. So you can see how the mini dropship is literally the VR Troopers Pursuit Jet, just in white. So I really want to get that so I can give it to them to kind of have this unproduced. See, that's really what's captivating me into going back into these, is that they're all the unproduced characters that were actually made, just in very low quantities, and nobody really cares about them. There's not a lot of demand for Aliens toys, not Kenner ones anyway. So I definitely think I want to get Hudson at some point. I want to get ATAX. I think I want to get the Flying Alien Queen, troop build some Mantis aliens. I want to try to get the VR Troopers Pursuit Jet that I can turn into the dropship. And then I might get the Stinger X2-37, because I want everybody to have a vehicle. So what I figure is if I get the Stinger XT-37, I can have O'Malley and Hudson maybe driving that. Vasquez can go in the mini dropship, and then ATAX can run around in his armor. So I think that might be a good way to go. Because again, I try to keep myself from going too crazy, because otherwise you get an itch and you're in it like nuts. But I've already owned so many of these. The Power Lord is a fun toy, but I don't need to own it again. But the Stinger X2 XT-37, I might grab that because it can hold 2 people. And as long as everybody has a seat, then we're good to go. All right, so this is, again, Kenner's 1993's Aliens Space Marine O'Malley. Not the Alley Cat, the Space Marine. And is Vasquez just hanging out in the general? And just in case you missed that review, missile launching time. Sorry, friendly fire. Friendly fire. We killed O'Malley. Why? All right. Like and comment. And like and subscribe below. And then we'll see you on the next review. It's like, this thing's just so goofy. But it's great. There's nothing wrong with it. Knock that block off. Oh, man.